we go deeper, then peace is like totally in harmony with the environment we live. So these are timeless concepts.
You can decide what situation it is. Like if you want peace, you can choose the path of peace, but it depends on the situation. Like sometimes if the enemy, suppose, so they go outrage, like you can't handle them, they are all in violence. So you have to choose the path of violence to handle them. And if they are doing much damage to us, then we can't just sit down and accept what they are doing.
I would also like to add on that is that today now Pakistan and India, there's for example 26/11 Mumbai attacks. Now is it that since Pakistan has been attacking India through terrorists, is it the right option to attack them also? Obviously not, because
there is a simple concept which says strength respects strength. If we don't fight back, they will think we are cowards. India has had.
That's not the question. Is fighting back, being violent in return.
But that
is that the solution?
That kept the point of the main point, like what has the attacks been made by? We can't just blame the Pakistanis and tell that the whole country has done that. We have to get the
I guess we are being too narrow. We are being too narrow in this. Pakistan. We are talking about whole world peace. We are not talking about two countries. So on the superficially, it looks like violence should be given. I for an eye. We'll leave the whole country blind. You know this?
I'll give you an example. America attacked the country and it attacked Afghanistan. They cleared all the terrorist camps from the almost all, not of course, not all. They cleared the terrorist camps from there, and from 9/11 there hasn't been a single terrorist attack till date.
But
yes,
are you not ignoring that how many people actually died in Afghanistan? How many innocent people died in Afghanistan?
The country has been destroyed completely.
And innocent people dying in Mumbai.
The question is,
Then people die in Mumbai. 26/11 attacks were not so big deal for you.
If you talk about terrorism, we will tell you that the best way to tackle terrorism is to improve our intelligence and also to mediate through dialogues. That's the best way. You cannot go or else if you find a way
Actually discussing more of the terrorism and more of the war. The topic is whether peace and non-violence is outdated. According to me, peace is living in harmony. It is being happy with each other, being happy with others, and what this peace is the competitive nature of this world. You see people around you; they are much better than you. So when you see them doing things much better than you, you feel that okay, you don't have this, so you want this. So that is what disrupts this peace.
Yes,
that is what is. And in this process, sometimes it is violent as well as non-violent. Sometimes it turns into a non-violent nature, and there are wars between countries. Like some countries have very big nuclear powers, and they have so many big projects and all. So other countries also like invade them, and even they want nuclear arsenals. So they join the league of making nuclear weapons. But that way the peace gets disrupted. We have seen this so many times, like in recent newspapers. Like the US is like trying to contain Iraq from making nuclear weapons. Just because, Iraq. So yeah.
This is not about two countries. No country can be independent. Okay. All the countries are dependent on each other. So if you want to peacefully retaliate, all they can do is cut off the economic supplies, cut off the internet communication. There is no need to attack. There is no need to physically, attack. With violence. So basically,
I think this is not about countries. This is not about countries. It's not about two countries fighting in peace or in violence. This is from a basic level which two people sitting here to all the global phenomenon. It's like peace between two countries, violence between two countries. We just can't discuss about that. We all are sitting there, we should sit on peace. And violence is something like a maniac killing some people, that is violence.
Yes, but so countries, also apply at the micro level. The countries concept which I am saying,
but we'll also discussing about India and Pakistan, Afghanistan,
recent examples, like you see if anything happens, if the people are not happy with the government, they organize a peace rally or a scandal march. They will exactly turn violent. So there is peace, there is non-violence. So there is violence also. When you see a 26/11 attacks, there is violence. There is non-violence. Both everything is there in the society.
And also we did not have the capability to remove Britishers at that time.
You just
They just needed to be united. They should
That hospitals are peace and violence are outdated concepts.
He's talking about peace and
No, but there is not a single bit of discussion that our peace and violence outdated.
No, that's what the
We
thing
should
is.
talk about
That's
Jordan.
what
That is 1857.
You can't say that they are in trend of
1857 is nothing to do with current peace and violence.
Okay, let's say for example.
That's why I said sometimes
let's say for example,
That's about 150 years back.
No, but
guys, what's that?
moment back I said that's going on, like 26/11, then the candle march.
So why do you think it's set up topic as common? Because there have been examples for violence and peace.
Violence on a whole, from macro level, should be only the last resort. Peace, dialogues, there are many more important times, economic times, should be applied first. Secondly, on a micro level, peace is what we express every day in our life. Talking nicely, being more polite, being good in your behavior is peace. Being normal, being less prone to anger is peace. That is what we should have. And in the present scenario, this is happening.
And also micro level, one point I want to raise. Also micro level, if you are violent yourself, it only affects your own thinking, it affects your own mind. It shakes you in some way. It's not like somebody is saying something to you and you become violent to that person. You are only the loser there. You're not being really cool about it.
That is very
So that's not violence is a very superficial emotion. Exactly. That's a reaction to something else. Peace is
I agree. This is a
signal of strength.
You can't
It's a
just
sign of
see
strength.
what you
And
want.
peace.
Give me one example of peace.
Yes, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi.
Please see the topic. Mr. Julian Assange, he countered a lot of corruption in the world using peaceful techniques by spreading the information. He didn't say go charge and say let's kill the guy who's being a corrupt minister. He was peaceful. He's a paragon of being peaceful right now.
Now, can you give me an example?
There are so many
Exactly. Why there are so many examples of violence?
What's the biggest demonstration for Switzerland remaining neutral during the World War?
Started our body well.
When you talk about this girl's name, also there were so many like rallies that the Nagla culprit, Kaza culprit, CBI took some work, so they did took the violent